All right, up and Atlanta. Here we are, the favorites in the South. Hamilton, this is his nightmare. His nightmare is me driving the car like Raheem Morris is driving this team to greatness. I thought that he might have cut the brakes, so I made him sit here with me to scare him, and now the car won't run, so we know what the real situation is here. We're going to get to talk to Bijan Robinson, who's going to hopefully have an even more vibrant workload heading into this year. I can't wait to see how Raheem Morris unleashes him. We're going to talk to Coach Raw, nicest, most liked coach in the National Football League, in my opinion. Everybody lights up talking to him, so I can't wait to see what he is all about. And if he's calling plays on defense, there's no way he's getting that clipboard taken away from him. Absolutely not. Hamilton has a little show and tell. Tell me all about it.
Oh, yeah, I came just for the throwback helmet. Everybody's favorite throwback in the league. They're wearing it 3 times this year, so excited to get to check it out.
Of course, you know when.
4, 5, and 16, I believe.
Okay, well, what if I told you this thing actually drives?
Oh, God, please.
Bye! All right, Green Day, All-American Rejects. I don't even know, Matchbox 20 out there. Happy birthday, Kirk Cousins. Was that his playlist?
Happy birthday, Kirk Cousins. We had a bunch of stuff out there. We got the guys, kind of have like a group deal. They play whatever.
Who, really?
Want.
Who's out there playing Third Eye Blind?
I don't know, and I could find out. I know the source to go get the information. But
I figured it was a happy birthday to your QB1.
I'm sure. You know, Kurt's got a big influence on the whole team, so he's definitely influenced those guys with his music likes.
Saw some one-on-ones out there. Usually the offense has the advantage. Defense was giving them hell today. That must put a smile on your face, Coach.
It's always fun when you get a chance to do those red zone one-on-ones, see really competitive nature come out of people. And that's what we saw today. And the defense went out there and played up, stood up today. You know, they got a big lift over the weekend, so everybody's ready to go. Our guys are ready to go, so we're fired up.
What's it like being the most well-liked coach in the NFL?
Oh, I don't know about that. You know, I want to be known as the winningest coach in the NFL, but I'll take it for now.
There we go. Well, you're smiling, you're happy, you're talking about a big lift. Does that lift rhyme with Schmoodon?
That lift rhymes with Schmoodon Immin.
And Immins,
You know, and that lift came in and talking about great people, great guys, great character guys. They brought a lot to the football team. High character, physical people that's ready to go.
How does first practice go, Mr. Judon?
You know, Judon was well. We put him at a slower down rate.
I saw.
He made his presence felt, you know, for the things that he can do. We slowed Simmons down even a little bit more, and he's itching at the bit. I gave him a little stuff at the end of practice. I told him I was going to tell the media. He asked out, but he didn't. We're bringing him on the right way, and I think our trainers and our guys do such a great job in our performance team. We'll get those guys ready to go for practice, for games, for whatever's necessary.
I'm very excited about both the additions. I know when we all found out about it. When did you know that they were making the trade? Or you were making the trade?
We were in the middle of it all throughout last week, you know, kind of with both of them in negotiations and talking with Elliott Wolf and the Patriot organization. They handled it so classy, how they would have handled that with Terry, allowing us to be able to speak to all parties involved and giving us that permission and going through the league office and doing the right things and all those guys doing the right things. Again, to get Judah on the phone and listen to him talk and, you know, how smart he is, how much high capacity he has when it comes to defense. That was really fun. And then have an opportunity to go to dinner last week with Simmons and taking him out and seeing how high character he is and how much his family means to him and how much football means to him. Wanting to be a part of an organization like ours with the ownership group that we have and the ownership that we have. I thought that was special, having both of those men come in and be able to meet with those guys and then get them. They've done nothing, but they haven't disappointed.
The dynamic with you and Terry, how involved were you? Are these two guys that you were banging the table for? Or did he come to you and say, hey, I might be able to get this guys?
Okay, I'm not even sure if it's a banging the table thing right now. It's kind of this partnership that's unique.
Love that.
Where we're able to sit down and negotiate and talk amongst each other. And we add some other people involved. You know, we got Kyle Smith, we got Ryan Pace, we got a couple of our coaches, Jimmy Lake, Zach Robinson, Marquise Williams, obviously. That leadership group with Jerry Gray and all of those type of guys being able to talk about the scenarios and the situation that's possible to happen. And for us, we were fired up to be able to acquire that type of talent. They're always just churning the bottom of the roster, and every once in a while you get a guy like Terry comes out, he turns the top of the roster, and we'll see what happens.
What is happening? You can come sit over here.
I mean, we were talking really good about Terry. He just bum rushed the interview on Up and Adams. But
Terry, I just asked about the dynamic.
Where he is, you see how smart he is?
Hi, Terry.
So he felt, how you doing?
See you. So good. I don't even know if we have another microphone for you.
That's how smart and aware he is, because he just noticed me coming and then boom, it just pivoted. I don't know what y'all were talking about before or what he was complaining about regarding me, but then he just completely pivoted.
You know, is this the happiest team in the NFL?
You got to let him know we were talking about
What?
how unbelievable he is.
Yeah.
Even before he got out here and interrupted your interview.
Absolutely. You can crash my interview anytime, Terry. It's great to
love
see you.
it.
Congrats on the ads.
Thank you so
Smiles all
much.
around.
No, really
I was asking
excited.
when you guys knew you wanted to trade for him and Simmons and make these decisions.
Yeah, it was really the cool thing when you have coaches that are really smart. You're good at this.
Was
You
this
can
planned? Because Rod doesn't want
But-
to talk.
But you have
It's not the case.
Coaches that are really smart. You have a personnel department that 24/7 is constantly working, and so we discussed all these things during the summer, during the off season rather. We talked about Justin during the off season and adding a player to that caliber. We talked to his agent. Ironically, his agent actually lives here, and both the agents. Same with Judon. His agent lives here as well. But we talked about all those factors. As soon as we saw he could be available, we reached out to the Patriots. So we handled all those things in terms of looking at what could make our team better, and it wasn't a react. We were anticipating.
Where was the dinner? Where'd y'all go to? Where were these dinners?
I don't know if you can say where because I
can't.
Why?
Because I don't know if we have like a
Sponsorship or
You
something.
don't have a
it might not be
sponsorship.
smart.
You don't have a
Right?
sponsorship.
It's probably not smart to say where it was.
Why?
It's
Yeah.
already out there.
Where'd y'all
Okay,
go to
so
dinner?
it was at Chops.
Okay, Chops.
Yeah.
Good spot.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Blank, Terry said that.
I asked our head of PR, and he gave me the okay
Is
to
that
say
right?
it. He's right there.
How would you two describe the dynamic?
And how about this?
tell
This is
me.
pretty cool about it. They put us at the same table that we ate at for his after his press conference.
Oh, wow.
The first time we had met in person, they put us at that table and we had dinner there, and then so they put us at the same table.
It's a
so
magic
we knew that was
table.
like a
We had-
that was an omen to what was about to happen.
We went same seats and everything.
Yeah.
That stuff
Pretty
matters. Terry, what's this dynamic between you two? How would you describe
It's
it?
been awesome. It's been awesome. Really special, to have someone that not just is always hungry and the energy to continue to improve the team and but looking at the big picture. We're meeting this morning, and to go through the roster and really talk big picture and really be thinking past just this moment is really cool. So he's always doing everything he can do to have a great practice, to get prepared to go win the first game and to win the season, but also we're still looking big picture. So it's been awesome.
How about you, Coach?
Okay, I can tell you, it's nothing like being around obsessed people. Obsessed great people. He's obsessed with acquiring talent. He's obsessed with being great. He loves his job. He lives it. He breathes it. Everything about it. And like, I when I come to work, I got to match his energy. And I know people don't believe that, but I got to match his energy every day. And he looks amazing, by the way. I gave him a compliment
This one's
morning.
out there in one-on-ones in drills, taking on Bijan. I saw you out there today. He has to match your energy. I'm sorry. Explain that.
I do.
Well, and what he's always done a good job of is you always want to surround yourself with really good people, with really smart people in every area. So you look at the coaching staff that he's put together. You look at the personnel department that we have and the people. So we have a lot of really good people in the building, and we're always trying to continue to improve in those areas. So it's special.
It's easy to add people that's smarter than me. So I want to go out there and get those guys, find a bunch of people that's smarter than me, a bunch of people that I can get ideas from, be able to bounce things off of. And I got a lot of really good coaches, and I met a lot of really good scouts here. Knew some of them from the past and some of them from my past, from his past, but bonding those guys together has been great.
You have the most fascinating past. I don't know if there's a person in the NFL that has more connections than you do. You're facing a bunch of you're crossing over this season, of course, but you're also a very rare coach who, in your career, you decided all of a sudden I'm just going to coach wide receivers for 4 years. What is
I'm gonna get
that?
out of here, but I'm gonna tell you what they called him growing up.
Tell
They
me.
called him the chosen one, and that's true. From when he was a
Is that right?
He was the chosen one.
The chosen
early
one.
on in his career.
When-
Those Italians
when
that raised
early?
him, they named him. He's the chosen one.
Like
He has to get
college
his own.
early?
He has to get his own interview to go about that. But
Bye, Terry. Nice to see you. I'm here with the chosen one.
no, but it's been fun to be where I'm at, right? And I know Terry said the chosen one, but like I've always viewed myself. A couple years ago, the song "Middle Child" came out by J. Cole.
Okay.
And I always view myself that way because I was a part of when I was the baby with Mike Tomlin, Rob Marinelli, Monty Kiffin, John Gruden, Jay Gruden.
Unreal.
And all of those guys. And then I got a chance to be around Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniels. And I was older than those guys and had just become one of the youngest head coaches in the National Football League before I had 3 years and then failed there doing that. But I had a chance to spread that knowledge to those guys while taking the knowledge from the other guys. And I just always felt really blessed and lucky and fortunate in this profession that it's been really good to me, and I owe the game of football more than it's given me, you know.
You have a beautiful career.
Oh.
It is amazing. 13 years ago, head coach. Now you're back. When you think about your coaching style, you get the job, you have the press conference, you go to Chops, you're in the same seats. Tell me about, from that day to now, how thoughtful you've been, how mindful you've been about what your coaching style is going to be now.
You know, it didn't start at Chops. It started, you know, in the preparation for those interviews, because you're always locked in the season and what you want to do and how you want to do it. And last year we were locked in with the Rams, trying to go back and win another Super Bowl. And I thought that was really impressive what we were able to do with the Rams. I was able to steal different ideas from those guys. And Sean, to tell you, I've stolen everything from him out that way. But it's true, it wasn't just Sean, it was Les Snead. It was our ownership group out there and the Cronkies and everybody else involved. So coming back here and that preparation and those interviews and getting ready to go talk to people, you want to share your experiences. And when you share those experiences, the things that come out that you want to do are pretty clear when you get here, talking about the people you want to bring in, how you want to acquire the talent, how you want to have a big staff so you're ready to deal with the stuff that's going to happen when you are winning, how you want to go out and acquire a quarterback and what that quarterback looks like in order to win, how you want to bring back to this culture that you know was already here with Arthur Blank and what he's already started with the people first mentality. So there was just been so many things that I've been able to lean on over the last couple of years that's helped me get to this point that, you know, we're ready to go.
Oh my gosh, you are so all. I couldn't tell. You know, you guys bring in Kirk, so I'm like, okay, they're all in. Then you draft Penix, and I'm like, okay, they're planning for the future. And then these two ads with Simmons and Judah, and I'm like, okay, no, they're all in. Are you all in? Or are you planning for the future? Or is it possible to do both? Because it seems sort of impossible.
Okay, you almost have to do both. You know, lessons learned right from my past. You know, just the Falcons. You just use our immediate example. When Matt Ryan left, the cover was bare. And not to say that it was bare, but it wasn't ready to move on to where you want to go and what's next. And we don't want to do that again. We have Kurt. Forever long, Kurt gives us great football. And we're preparing Michael to take over for whenever that time comes. And I couldn't think of two better humans to do it with. And you can't do it with everybody, but when you got the kind of quality character people that we have doing it, you can. And it's not going to be easy. It has to come with open and clear communication and more and honest. So I think we got the right people in place to do those things. And that's what's happening right now. And I think people are starting to see it. And if they don't, it's okay. You know, it's okay to disagree. Just don't be disagreeable.
There's not a right way to do it, right? I mean, the Rams went all in, and then all of a sudden they're still successful, and then people thought that it was going to take years and years for them to rebuild. You made that draft pick with Terry and Mr. Blank with that in mind, keeping everything, you know, clearly communicated. The fan base is a little, when it came to the Penix thing. You said, I've seen enough.
I don't know if it was necessarily the fan base or it was necessarily the media base.
Yeah, okay.
But whoever base it was.
What would you like to say to people who, you know, people want to see this kid develop, give him the reps. Patrick Mahomes got the reps. Jordan Love got the reps.
Rightfully so. But, you know, you could prepare yourself while mitigating injury. And we've learned so much more in the new game of football and new age of football that we've changed every single year. We've changed the way the game's been played. We changed the way the hits are developed. We changed the way everything's going. So we got a different approach, and our approach works for us. We got them 25 snaps last week of a bunch of different things that we can simulate. Now we're getting the reps out here against one-on-ones and ones versus twos versus ones. I love the competition, and this kid's going to develop, and he's done a great job of doing it already, and I'm fired up to see him to keep maturing and keep going.
Do you value reps in the preseason at the quarterback position differently than most coaches?
No, it's just, you know, most of the guys that got those young quarterbacks out there, they probably playing their first team O-line. They probably playing their first team people with them. And they're playing with people that they would be out there on a normal basis. You know, what we can do in practice is we can simulate that against our own guys while mitigating injury, while limiting the fact and putting them in harm's way in order to do some things. It's just not worth it. You know, one thing I do learn about coaching, you don't get mulligans if you do get a player hurt that you're counting on. And I want to prepare myself and put myself in the best situation not to have that.
So the message is not, I don't believe in Penix. I don't want a quarterback controversy. I believe so much in Kirk. It's just about, it sounds like it's just about injuries.
Yeah, nothing will be done on selfish thoughts of my own or trying to protect myself from a decision that we made together.
Well, protect the quarterbacks too.
It's more about protecting our assets, mitigating injury with our guys, being able to do it the right way. We had those 2 joint practices versus Miami, which were awesome. We got a chance to get great reps against people. We got a big-time scrimmage coming up with our guys. We were able to play them in that first preseason game. Kurt's played a bunch of ball. I got 2 guys that I feel really good about playing that goes in the game and can execute for us.
Taylor Heineke's getting that work, earning that paycheck. I love it. Are you not going to play Kirk at all?
No. You know,
wow.
Kurt won't play in the preseason.
I love this. I love that you're so decided and adamant about it. You know what you want.
It's easy when you got clear communication with the people within your organization and your franchise, and it makes it easy.
Coach, Mr. Lake is here. DC, we love it. Is there a world where you're not calling plays on defense this year?
You know, it's funny when you said Mr. Lakers had to look around because Terry popped up on us. Yeah. You know, but I got so much confidence in Lake and Zach Robinson that it allows me to be really a head coach and be able to monitor and be able to chime in on both sides. You mentioned earlier having that experience on offense, and in this offense particularly, having experience on the defense, and in this defense particularly, it allows me to chime in with my guys.
You're very rare, yeah.
And be really hands-on with both sides of the ball. I'm feeling really confident about how we're going to move forward.
What's your favorite thing about Judon?
You know, right now is his liveliness that he brings to practice.
I saw him on the sidelines at Baltimore Wild.
He has a little bit of chirp to him that I like, and he has a little bit of swagger, authentic swagger that he brings to the game, and I'm looking forward to get to meet him even more.
You have a couple of your mentors. Like I said, you're so connected. It's so fun to go. You're a very fun coach to go through the list of who you're facing. I want to go through this. Well, week 1, right out the gates, you got Tomlin.
We got to go deal with Batman, and I'm ready to deal, man. That game is be the game of the nameless gray faces. You know, he'll say the same thing about me, but when those games happen, and everybody's nameless gray faces, but I can't wait to see Batman.
Which one? You can't wait to see him. You want that. What about week 17 up against Dan Quinn?
Man.
Which one are you looking forward to less?
The great communicator, the best listener in the world that I've ever been around. A guy that I got a lot of respect for, that we worked together here. He was part of the reason I was able to work on both sides of the ball and really grow and develop in this profession. But again, man, on those game days, they'll all be nameless gray faces.
Did Dan Quinn help get you into the NFL? I was looking back. The jump from Hofstra to Tampa.
You know, it was really ironic. It wasn't necessarily Dan Quinn. It just happened to follow the same path.
Wow.
Dan Quinn was the coordinator at Hofstra. When I came back to Hofstra as the secondary coach, he was able to leave and go to San Fran while I was working as an intern with the Jets. Herm Edwards was the guy that recommended me to go down and interview when Tony Dungy got fired in Tampa with Monty Kiffin, Mike Tomlin,
so crazy.
Joe Barry, Ryan Marinelli. So I got a chance to sit in front of those guys with a defense I just learned from the Jets. Kind of a unique situation. I get the job the year after Dan Quinn, and we've been in the National Football League since.
I talked to Bijan at Super Bowl. He becomes an Atlanta Falcon. You become an Atlanta Falcon. You called him, 15 minutes after he told me?
I called him almost immediately.
Yeah.
Is one of the guys that you want to talk to, meet with, be around.
That really juiced him up.
You've heard so many great things about Bijan. You know, again, talking about the faces, he played for Steve Sarkisian, who worked here with me, who I was able to work on the side of the ball with Sarkisian when he was, and then Sark gets to Texas and he's coaching Bijan, and I can remember him just talking about him with the guy and the character and the person and the human, and he didn't really mention the player. Then you go watch him and you're like, wow. So I was really juiced to call him. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, went out and ate with him.
You've got a lot of nice toys out here.
A lot of nice toys. Terry's done a great job.
Bijan, he keeps, he's going to get the Christian McCaffrey treatment, it sounds like.
You know,
usage-wise?
You never want to put anybody on Christian. I don't want to disrespect Christian, but he's a great example of who you want to model your game after if you're Bijan because of the skill set. Christian's been doing it for such a long time at a high level, and I'm so happy to finally be out of his division because he feel like he's been following me. He was in Carolina, then he followed me out to the West. I hate him.
Yeah.
And now I got a chance to get it back that I can model after him because of his greatness, and I think Bijan is up for that challenge.
You, our friend, like your mentor is Mike Shanahan, right? You talk to him a lot? Do you still talk to him a lot?
You know, Mike Shanahan, I wouldn't say I talked to him a lot because his son was the enemy for the last 3 years.
This is what I'm thinking of. Like, I can't imagine Mike calling you and being like, let me tell you,
so
Raheem,
I couldn't disrespect old Kyle that way, but we definitely went to scrimmage in Denver. We went out to dinner with Mike, and he's always going to be a mentor to all of us. You know, the amount of respect and attention to detail that he brought to work when he was in Washington with that young staff. That's legendary known right now with Sean, with Mike, with Matt, with Kyle, with Hazlitt, with all those guys, Aubrey Pleasant, a huge staff of young talent that he mentored and developed and was able to do such a great job with. Anytime you get a chance to be around him and listen, we want to be there.
But you can't text him now because of Kyle,
Now it was the last 3 years. I can text him now. Kyle's further away. Kyle's further away. I got a chance to text him now.
I don't know. I think this team's coming to take Kyle out. Last one for you. Very hard question. The hardest one of the interview. What do you get a Kirk Cousins, 36-year-old, for his birthday?
Oh, man. I gave him I'm going to give him a nice happy birthday in the team room. And you don't want to start giving out gifts because then you get favors. And then the NFL steps in and it's tampering. There's all these type of things. So, like, we're going to give him a nice happy birthday. We'll get him a song done. We'll get him a song done. He'll probably have some cupcakes around the building, but he's in a great place. And
yeah, I think you and Terry have done enough. I think you've given him enough. I think you might have given him enough toys for his birthday.
Hey, as Arthur Blank would definitely tell you, we're the conduit to his money.
You're a conduit to his money.
And Arthur Blink gave him the money.
Yeah, he's got a couple of Brinks truck in his driveway. Nobody does it like Kirk. We appreciate you. Thank you. Good luck. Go get him.
Thanks, Kay.
Thanks. Welcome back to Up and Adams. I'm sitting next to the always most underrated player in the entire NFL. Second team All-Pro, soon to be first team All-Pro, 2 Pro Bowls. This man sacked Brady 3 times, and yet I feel like you're not the household name I need you to be, but I love seeing you graded, Jarrett. How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back on the field.
Do you agree? Yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
missed so many games, just 8 games played last year.
Yeah, facts. That's my first time having a season in an injury, and it's been a fight back, but I'm happy to be back and back on time and ready to have a full season.
Is there any good you can pull out of the adversity with that?
Oh, a whole bunch of good. I mean, especially at the point where I'm at in my career, it just gave me a new level of, just desire, fight, will, like just to kick it up another notch, And it's just that extra confirmation to know that I'm far not ready to be done with this game. I want to play a long time, and being away from it was definitely hard.
We love to hear that. What is motivating you right now? Do you want the ring? Do you want the All-Pro? Do you want respect? What is it?
All of it. You want to win a championship. You want the respect. You want everything that come with the game, but you want it the right way, And then that's through hard work, through perseverance, showing that you're never satisfied. This is my 10th year in the league, and when I play the game, I want them to see that I want it more than ever, And that's just the respect that I give the game. So, there's so much out there for me to go get and achieve, not on a personal level, but also on a level at the team, and things we want to achieve, and I'm excited to go get that.
These young cats are going to call you an old head. I'm sure they already do. You're like the oldest tenured guy on this team, all the changes.
Yeah, me and Jake Matthews up there. Jake got 1 more year on me. But yeah, man, so year 10, so we drafted Rook, Ororo, how you say Rook last name, but that's my boy. So him being 10 years younger than me, you know what I'm saying?
Like?
That's crazy. Went to the same school, and for him to be in the league now and on the same team as me is awesome. And look, when you're the old head in the league, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great way to look at it. There's gratitude associated with the longevity, which is amazing. What kind of questions are they all asking you? This young team, what are the common questions?
Just small stuff like technique stuff, and what are some things that help me last as long, and then more than anything, they just watch me work, the way I go about my business day in and day out, and it's good to be able to joke around with them. It's really like having little brothers, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to be able to stay relatable to them, and then just mess with them sometimes, just playing jokes and stuff. So it's cool to be like a big brother figure.
What do you make of this team?
Man, I'm super excited. On the offense side of the ball, defense side of the ball, we're setting the league on fire right now. It don't matter unless we go out here and translate it to some wins, but I'm super excited. This is one of the most stacked rosters I've been a part of, and it just makes you want to go even harder.
Do you think this is the best team you've been on?
I think the proof is in the pudding. On paper, but we got to go out there and do the job, on Sundays. And I think the schedule lines up nice for us. We finally back playing in some prime time, so that's going to help everybody, so let the nation see what we got. And so I'm super excited for us to go out there and just play some good football. You
deserve it. You know who else is excited? Your coach, who's smiley, energetic. I'm watching these one-on-ones out here. By the way, defense, cheers to you. Defense got that work in today. I loved that. Usually the offense has the advantage in those, of course, and you guys were out there doing your thing. Raw is out there in it. In it. What does he do to lift this team?
You said he lives as though he's a leader of men. He's super energetic. He holds us to a super high standard, but he trusts us as grown men, as professionals, to handle our job day in and day out. So, when you got that trust from your coach and somebody who speaks life into you, somebody who, knows the ins and outs of offense and defense, he just holds everybody accountable, top to bottom, player to coach, and anybody in this building run through a wall for him.
I want to run through a wall for him. He's amazing. I met Terry today, which was awesome. You're a 10-year guy. It is hard to teach a 10-year guy new tricks. Have you learned anything from Raw?
I learn every day.
Give me an example.
Example, just how to never get comfortable, how to always hold yourself to the highest standard, how you can always learn. He'll tell you himself that he got better as a coach the more years he put in, knowing that he never know everything and always learning, and that's something that I can adopt as a player and always try to get better day in and day out.
You mentioned those primetime games. Do you know what the first one is?
Yeah, we got the first game got to be.
Prime time?
It ain't my prime time for us. You know what I'm saying? We ready to go out there and do what we got to do. And then we got the Eagles.
It's Chiefs.
Monday night.
Week 3, Sunday night.
Okay, yeah,
right?
Let's go. Yeah.
Week 3, Sunday night.
We play Monday night Eagles, huh?
Not before that. We'll check. I don't think so.
No?
You think you play before week? Oh, you do. We lied.
Okay, yeah.
Why do those primetime games mean something to you?
I mean, it's been so long since we had him, man. You know what I mean? That's why you want to see everybody everybody want to see you play. You know, do your thing, and it's just an exciting time. You know, I mean, we used to get a whole bunch of them back in the day, and then there was a little pause. But I'm happy that the people want to see the Falcons play again.
Yeah.
So that means a lot.
Judon's in the building.
Yeah.
Little light work. He's getting worked in. He's an emotional leader. What does that face say?
I mean, he came out. They set the tone today on the
What do you mean?
on the first run play. You know, set the edge, made a nice play, and let people know we're here. But I mean, his work speaks for itself over the time that he spent in the league, and he's a guy who still got a lot of aspirations ahead of him, and I feel like he wanted to come here because he felt like we put the best position for him to have success and to win some. So he's a perfect match for this team.
I think he came because he thinks this team can win a Super Bowl this year. That's what I think. This is an all-in squad. Is that sort of the sentiment he's laying down?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding, you know. I mean,
No, I don't know what that means.
the proof. When I say that just means that you can see the moves
I know
happen.
you like to cook.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do know that.
I do.
You do that, but you can see the moves that's happening on offense, on defense. People come here because they want to win, and, you know, and they believe in our coach, they believe in our culture, and they believe in the players that's here. And I'm excited to see it come to fruition.
Simmons will turn that ball over. He's really impressive as well.
Yep.
Do you feel like your defense is being underrated even with the additions?
I don't even think we're worried about being underrated or overrated, whatever it is. We know what the additions going to help us with the guys we already have. Adding Justin Simmons to the back end with, you know, guys like Jesse Bay, Richie Grant, AJ,
I love
Mike.
Jesse.
I mean, these guys are dynamic ball hawks, and adding Judon to the front. I just think it's going to be very, very fun defense to watch.
Tell me about Chops. Tell me about this dinner at Chops.
Oh, Chops dinner, yes. Yeah. So we spent some time and had Justin come in and meet with us and just talk. He talked about some things he wanted to accomplish, what he was looking for. We talked about what we was looking for, why we was interested in him. And then it was just a perfect match, made in heaven. I think it was, once the dinner was over with, I think we had a good, solid idea. That.
But I need to know, Grady, who did the best schmooze? Who did the best sales job? Because Justin Simmons had a lot of suitors.
He did. But
Who sealed the deal?
Who sealed the deal?
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit of everybody. No, I know what you're trying to get to.
No,
just
not at all. I just really
who
want
sealed
to
the deal?
know.
I don't know. You got to ask Justin because we all had a different pitch, you know. Because if he get to play with Jesse Bates, one of the top safeties in the league, that could attract him. You know, playing with AJ on the outside, that can attract him. Playing with me, being able to rush the passer, and we added Judon, that could attract. Then, you know, Coach Rod and Terry, they saw the things, the vision they had for him adding. I mean, I just think it was it was just, he knew that we wanted him here bad, and I think that meant a lot to him, you know?
Yeah.
And it wasn't us just checking off box. It was important to us to make him feel important, to come, that we wanted him to be a part of his team, and it wasn't just, you could come here if you want, we're going to be good, we got you. It was like, we want you here, and you always want to go to a place where you want it.
Ra is not letting me see these quarterbacks. He's not telling me shit. He's not letting me see him in the preseason. He's putting bubble wrap around him. He doesn't want us to see. Tell me, out of each quarterback, they're the thing that's impressed you most. You've watched Kirk do his thing for years. You get Penix up close and personal. One thing that has impressed Grady Jarrett about each.
I think from Kirk Cousins is the amount of success that he had in his league. A guy who's super self-critical of himself and just gets better every year, man. To see him come off an injury like myself and do what he got to do, lead and command his offense in a new city, knew everything in like it's day and night. You know what I'm saying? So he hold all the guys to a high standard. His leadership and his skill, I mean, is why he's been one of the better quarterbacks in this league for so long. And with Michael, I think just the natural raw ability that he has when the ball come out his hand is something special, you know? And I think that's why we took the chance on it to even bring him in when we got a guy like Kirk Cousins. So, I mean, when you got two good quarterbacks, man, you can't get much better than that. So I'm super excited for both these guys. But we thinking about it right now, and I'm super excited for Kirk to go out here and lead this offense, lead this team. And, I just think I think the best football is ahead for everybody.
And you're making them better.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
As always. Grady Jarrett, we appreciate you. Good luck. Go get yourself an All-Pro and a Super Bowl ring.
Without a doubt. Thank you very much.
Without a doubt. All right, sitting next to one of my faves, the smiley yet lethal, versatile Bijan Robinson. I hope that you had the best offseason of your life because it sounds like you are in for the workload of your lifetime.
Yeah, I absolutely did. I did a lot of different things.
Like what?
So I DJ'd. So I'm starting to become a DJ. That's like on my little downtime, and then acting is another thing.
I'm sorry.
And then what else? I got the mustard. I got so much going on, but it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, now this season I'm ready.
I know you're trying to be a DJ. Is it hard?
No.
Be honest. I love
Not at all.
Take that, DJs everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
not at all.
hard.
It's fun. I mean, you know, I actually did a set like right before camp, and it was super fun.
Are you going to
Super
do this
fun.
during the season, or is Coach Raw like
Yeah, nah.
absolutely not?
Yeah, I'm a wait.
Yeah,
I'm a wait.
Zach is like absolutely
Yeah,
not.
Zach's like, you got to get ready for
not
this
happening.
time.
Has Matthew McConaughey been at practice yet?
He has not been at practice yet. It's a shame.
If anybody's
because-
wondering why I'm asking, it's because he's a mentor.
But
for
Glenn
you.
will probably come to practice.
Who?
Glenn Powell. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes, of course I know. He's an Eagles fan. Hold on.
Whoa. What?
I think he's an Eagles fan. Is that not true? Somebody look that up.
I don't know.
Glenn Powell, Eagles fan?
I know he a Falcons fan because that's my bro. But
That's
he'll
your
probably
guy.
come to practice.
Hold on. Did you DJ out there today? My producer's asking. I heard a lot of
No, I didn't.
a lot
I
of
didn't.
Fallout Boy.
Nah,
There was a lot
nah.
of The Killers.
I mean, it was great. It was great.
Was it? You
I
enjoyed
really
that?
I liked the mix, but yeah, that wasn't me.
Are you going to work those into your sets?
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
if everybody loves it, then I'm gonna have to.
Your versatility shows as a human. You're DJing,
Yeah.
you're acting. You've got that in your future. And out there, you're going to run, you're going to catch the ball. The Christian McCaffrey thing has been said. It's been done.
Christian McCaffrey thing, yeah.
What do you make about that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to like compare or nothing, but I was
Yeah.
just saying like, you know, how we're similar, you know, in what we do on the field. And yeah, I mean, with this offense and what Zach's doing and, you know, how I can contribute, I'm ready for whatever he has for me. But I'm excited though, because everybody's about to like get the shine that I know been praying for. So it's gonna be a fun ride to do it with them dudes.
You got some prime time. You got all this action.
I know.
I was
I know, it's
talking. Yeah, I was talking to your coach about you, and I also heard you on the radio say
Yeah.
that you watched like every Christian McCaffrey,
sure did.
everything from last
I
year.
sure did.
But I didn't hear you say what you learned. What did you pick up from watching all that?
Yeah, I mean, when I watch like other backs, you know, I'd be trying to like emulate what they do, and not like mock and copy, but like just try to like pick something up.
Like all the best.
Yeah. And I learned like with Christian, obviously like the offense that he runs and the offense that he's in, and just like how he just hits the hole and his patience, and then even on like running option routes and stuff, how he gets open and how he just like anticipates what the defender's gonna do. So like those little things is what I picked up, but. I mean, I'm trying to like do all that in my game too, so you know other guys can watch, you know how I go about it, and just you know how he inspires me. I'm trying to do that for.
But they
other
give him
guys,
the
too.
ball a lot. He has well over
Yeah, he has.
300 touches. Derrick Henry
Absolutely.
over 400. You didn't get quite that many last year.
Yeah.
How often in your head did you say last year, I really want the ball more?
You know, with me, like I'm such like a humble dude, so it's like whatever, you know, they have me do, I'm gonna do it. Try not to complain about anything, but. You know, obviously you're a competitor and you see other guys like, you know, get what they deserve, honestly. And with me, like, you know, I have Tyler too. So, you know, we were, you know, running off each other, trying to find, you know, each other's rhythms. But I know this year it's a different offensive scheme and what we do. So obviously I'm ready for.
I know part of me is like your role's going to change in this offense, but then it's like you had 1,400 plus scrimmage yards last year. Do I want your role to change? Because that was pretty darn good.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty cool season. But I know
You're
like
not
I have so much more.
satisfied.
I know I have so much more in the tank.
Last time I saw you were at Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Raheem Morris gets the gig. He calls you. You're
Oh,
super
yeah.
juiced about him. You were just so excited, and it just
Mm-hmm.
happened. I don't even know that you really knew him. What goes like unheralded about him? You know, we know he's an energy guy. He's smiley. We know players love him.
Yeah.
What didn't you know that you know now about your coach?
He's a competitor. Like
Yeah, against you,
know,
one-on-one.
That and it's like every time I'm on the field, or making like a really good play or make a big play, he's like, "You ain't did nothing." Like he was like, "It looked cool, but you ain't do nothing." So he's always like trying to get in my head, and I could run the craziest play or the craziest route, and it's always like, "You got some more. You got some more." And like even a couple practices ago, I was dead tired. Like just ran it all the way down. I was tired as heck. I was like about to come out, and he was like, "Nah, like run it again, like run another play." So like, as much as people love him, and as much as I love him, you know, he's gonna make you work.
And when he's doing that, there's no smile on his face, huh?
Oh, but that's the problem. Like there is a smile on his face.
That's
the
lethal.
problem. Yeah. So it's like you have to do it because it's like you can't say no. So yeah.
I mean, you're
Love
saying
dude.
that this 1,400 plus yards is crazy. It broke a Falcons rookie record
Yeah.
that stood since 1979. Is there a number you
long
have in
time.
mind for year two?
Honestly, I don't. I just want to be better than I was last year. Like that's the main goal. Obviously, Lord willing, I can, be a better leader, obviously a better player. But yeah, just be better than year one, like a lot better than year one. That's all I'm gonna say.
You added some defense over the weekend.
Yeah.
What are your impressions of Matthew Judon?
I mean, that's my dude. Like, we have the same agency.
Oh, cool.
And I've known him for a little bit now.
Shout out the agency. Which agency?
Clutch
All right,
agency.
Clutch. We love you. We
Yeah.
see you. Cool. So you've met him before.
Yeah. So, like, he's a great dude. Obviously, he's super funny, but he's super talented on the field, and he's going to work. And he just fits, like, this whole culture that we have here. Like, we have fun out there. We smile a lot, and that's literally what he brings in. So I'm happy about Matt. And then Justin's faith-oriented, like an amazing guy. Like, that's what I'm about too. So, and obviously he's an amazing player. So I'm excited for those dudes.
What's it like? I mean, they got their feet wet today.
Yeah.
Well, you say that they fit right in, but I think they're coming in to sort of give it a lift even more. What do you think Judon's got as far as that and adding? Coach said he came and set the tone right away. Grady said he came off the edge and was just like out of control, even though they just played just a little bit. What are your expectations from him as far as lifting the team?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big energy guy. So, like, obviously he's really athletic for his position. And what I was impressed with is, like, after the play, he would finish down the field 15 yards. Like, that's something that I'm really big on in finishing when you're done. So, like, having him do that and him being in the league for as long as he did and still doing that, that really does give a lift to not just the defense but the whole team. So he's a leader. He brought it, and obviously, like, when he goes against us in the ones, like, we gonna bring it to him as well. So yeah.
What are you getting Kirk Cousins for his birthday?
Probably like a moon pie or something. I'm gonna get like a 1965 moon pie.
Why? Like a little Debbie?
Yeah. Like,
why?
Cause like,
Because he's the
what's
OG?
Kurt, 40 at this point? Like, golly.
Kurt is 36.
Oh, bro?
Thank you very much. You thought he was 40?
I'm gonna get my man what are those things? A Klondike bar or something.
A Klondike bar, something from like a peppermint patty.
Yeah, something from the good 70s.
From the good 70s.
Good
That's
70s.
what he gets. How
Yeah.
does he relate to you? You are 22 years old.
I know.
He's 36 going on 90 in your words.
Yeah.
How does he relate to you?
Like, perfect. Like, he's like just a big brother to me. We talk every single day about little things.
Like
about,
what?
Well, if it's not on the field, like, he'll actually be like with the times. Like, I'm not trying to like give him, some like catchphrases that he needs to know or anything. Like, it's like he's with it. Like, he knows what's going on.
I don't believe you.
I'm so serious.
So explain that to me. What do you mean? What does he know?
He's always like, yo, that's lit. Like, I'm like, all right, like that's cool.
Okay, what else?
Or he's like if he says something a little crazy, he'll be like, pause, like, or pause means.
No, I'm not.
All right,
I'm older than him. Thank you very much.
We'll let that one go.
So pause is just like, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, so like pause is like if you say something like absolutely crazy.
Who taught him pause?
So if I say like, you got to stick it in there. You got to stick it in.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like emphasize anything, but you got to say pause after that because it's
Got
like,
it.
yeah,
That's what he said, kind of a thing.
so
Okay, got it. That went
he's
away. I
very
didn't think it'd
aware.
go. Got it. He's very aware.
Yeah.
He's a cool dad.
He is. He's literally a dad. He can be my dad. That's how.
We love that.
Yeah.
Do you want to play in the preseason? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Raheem is. Yeah. But it's all good.
How does that combo go? You just say, okay, I won't. You gotta want to get out there. You've been on the
You do. I mean, it's like the competitor in you is ready to go. Obviously, like, we're doing things in practice to get us ready. Like, we're trying to thud up and stuff. But yeah, I want to go.
Last thing for you, because I'm not going to get to see any preseason action. I'm going to have no sample.
Game one.
Yeah, game one, and then you've got the Eagles, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you've got the Chiefs.
Which game are you?
Steelers. Which one should I go to?
Honestly, all of them.
I mean, Raheem up against Tomlin week one's pretty.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Raheem.
Chiefs
Tomlin.
Sunday night, week 3.
Week 3.
Where's that one? Here?
Here.
Oh yeah, I'd want to go to one here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Kirk
good.
versus P. Mahomes. I would love to see that.
That'd be cool.
Which one are you most looking forward to?
The Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love the Eagles game because, like, I have a lot of friends and stuff on that team.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool, like, on their defense.
But what happens when you get 35 touches against Arthur week 1?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then I'm after the game, I'm gonna go to Art, Like,
What are you
man, I
gonna
love
say?
you, man. Like, I appreciate you, and give a big hug, and then just keep walking. Because Art, I mean, he's that's still my dog.
Yeah.
Like, I still had him all last year. Like, that's my dude. And I wish him like the big success over there. But yeah, after that game, I'm ready to get it. It'll be fun.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see. But my last question was going to be, since I don't get to see what this is going to look like.
Yeah.
Give me like a little sneak peek of what this offense, because there's too much. There's a lot going on. You've got Kyle. You've got you. You've got everybody. What are we going to be blown away by?
Just the explosiveness. The O-line is, I think, at a tier right now where they could be really unstoppable. And they're
love to hear that.
They're just very much in so much condition and having fun. But I think just the explosiveness of getting the ball to us in open space and just creating angles and creating spaces where.
And that's Zach Robinson.
That's Zach Robinson. That's what he brings.
What do I need to know about him?
He's a freaking awesome guy, but he's a mastermind when it comes to football.
How?
I think the cool thing with Zach is like he listens to his players, and he listens. Obviously, he's a very football guy, very football oriented. Like he's been around so many type of offensive coordinators and Shanahan's, McVay's. Like, but I think what makes him different is like if we have an input on something, he's gonna listen to it. And he might implement it like the next day and try it. And I think that's how you become like a really good offense.
I can't
Just
wait
like
to
that.
see this. God bless you and the team
bless you
and
too,
all
yeah.
that. You're always led by your faith, which I love about
Yeah.
you. And if coach is being too hard on you, just call me. I'll pump you up.
I sure will.
I will hype you up because
I sure
that's a
will.
mean Coach Rob right there. We'll be
Man.
back. Okay, super fun day at Falcons camp. I had never been here. It's amazing to sort of roll in and feel the energy, and that's the word. That's the word I would use to describe this camp, this team, 2024. People want to say loaded. People want to say all in. But energy is the word, and it starts, I think, with Terry, who popped into the interview. That was great to see. And Raheem Morris, who is a delight. He's unbelievable. Hey, we have Hammer here with us. Grady Jarrett basically said it's the best team he's ever been on, which is very meaningful because he's 10 years in with this team.
And he's been on a team that went to a Super Bowl, and was very close to winning one. So that really does mean a lot hearing that from him.
It's like a perfect balance of, and I love talking to Raw about this, what is this team? Are they all in? Clearly you are, bringing in two pieces over the weekend casually to lift your defense and doing what you did on offense with Kirk Cousins. The Penix thing made a lot of people go, huh? He doesn't care what anybody else thinks. Media fans alike. They are trying to do something different than what happened while he was with the Rams, which is go all in now and to hell what happens later. Even though the Rams are fine, there's one way to do it. They're also trying to plan for the future as they go. And guess what? I think it might work.
Yeah, and especially it just seems the buy-in here is so high with that energy. Hearing Grady Jarrett talk, hearing Bijan talk, there's such an excitement to this. And he mentioned, too, a lot of it is the preseason stuff. It's about injuries. It's about keeping the team healthy. And you wonder, too, if there is a little bit of McVay influence there because Zach Taylor was talking to us about how there was one preseason. The Rams didn't play any of their starters at all and went to a Super Bowl. So maybe it doesn't matter as much as some people like to make it out.
I think it's really impossible for a coach to ask about the snap counts and how much you're playing. You're basically being asked the question out of curiosity of strategy, of course, but also to trap you when something goes wrong. When Kirk is rusty week 1 or 2, or let's just say with Jordan Love, doesn't quite have the chemistry with it's sort of wanting to trap people. So I almost hate talking about it. But I thought it was fascinating how adamant he was. He wasn't like, it's a decision. He said, no, I'm not playing anybody. It's bubble wrap. It's not for reasons that the public has a right to think it's is it not so Penix shine? So then it's weird to get with Kirk and you're putting yourself in a situation which isn't protecting Raheem, it's protecting the team and the quarterbacks as well. And it's not about saying some amazing thing about Kirk and how he looks, even though he's a bona fide starter, of course, with so much veteran experience. It's more about the injury. Why risk it? He doesn't value the risk. He values the risk heavier than other teams do, and guess what? He's allowed, and I trust him.
Yeah, and
I would do anything for Raheem after today.
And he is convicted, and it was cool too. Speaking of just that energy around this team, that the guys would do anything for him. It's something that I feel like as we've done this tour, that's been in common with the coaches who players seem to love and really gravitate to, and the coaches who seem to get the most out of their players. They all say they talk to us. They ask us for our input. They listen to us.
Yeah.
And there's something to that. And it's not like this Gen Z, they listen to us. they have a different perspective on the field. You're going to learn things by hearing what they're seeing out there, and you want to take that into account as a coach.
Yeah.
And I think that's something really cool, like learning how Raheem and Zach Robinson go about their
Clearly,
business here.
Bijan said what sticks out is that he listens to us, which I love. He wants a full workload. We'll see if he get it. I think Bijan is just the perfect player. When I look, talking to him, watching him on the field, him wanting to do more, but you know that conversation about, hey, Bij, you're not going to play in the preseason, it goes really well. Because Bij isn't like, get me out there. There's no reeling him in. He's, agreeable. He's a, stand-up guy. He's amazing. So I love that. Him and Kirk, that dynamic will be really fun to watch because he's going to be Kirk's absolute best friend in this offense. As far as Judon, the addition, I don't think they know yet. I don't think they, there doesn't seem to be many details about what he brings.
Yeah, but there was
getting his feet wet.
Being down there too. Like there's an energy just him being out on the field. We know the type of personality he is and what he brings, and he's flying around. He's having fun. Like there is that just spark, just bringing a guy like that in, not just the reputation, but the personality.
Well, Grady lit up about it because I think Grady obviously wants a Super Bowl, got there, got so close, was robbed of it, let's say. And then now you have a similar guy who made the decision to come here, Simmons too, when they could have stayed where they are, choose other places because, like Judon's willing to just play the year out because he knows he can win here, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, they haven't even talked about the contract. He may just play it out, and that says, I think, a lot about what he thinks of this team's potential. What
do you want to see out of this team? Like the offensive line, to me, I liked hearing Bijan say that they're looking really great, that their chemistry, they're gelling. Is there, is this a Super Bowl bound team, or are we poking a hole in them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, seeing what Kirk looks like coming off this injury. I think that's the question everybody still wants answered, and we're not going to know until week 1, which is interesting. But really, you look at every level, and there's so much talent there. Grady was running through with the defense, all the guys they have on each level. It's just we haven't seen it all come together because, as he said too, it's on paper. It's on paper, all the talent's there. We haven't really seen what it's going to look like on the field.
Do you think, there's the old adage, 2 quarterbacks, you don't have 1, but it seems like they have 2.
I think they have 2.
And this is the best situation for you and me. We're like the old school, sit your butt down, get it done, whatever. The other interesting thing, you weren't here for it, the first thing, and so we'll wrap it up after this. I said, what's it like being like the most liked coach in the NFL? I don't think he loved that.
Really?
I don't think he loved that. He said, I want to be the most winning coach in the NFL. And you love to see it.
Yeah, because when you win, people start to not like you, when you're a head coach and you're winning games.
Yeah.
It's naturally going to happen. So, I like
cool.
that attitude.
He's very cool. I'm a big fan of Raheem and Terry and the Atlanta Falcons. Thank you to them, from Jarvis to everybody, to David, the entire PR squad, for having us, for all the players, and, of course, the head coach coming and giving us time. Like, never take that for granted, how lucky we are to have that. So very cool stuff on our tour. And who's the favorite in this division?
I think it's them right now, yeah.
We didn't get to make it down to Tampa.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're loaded. Paper to, what do you say, proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding.
Whatever that means, Grady Jarrett. We will be in New Orleans. We'll be in New Orleans Wednesday?
Yes.
I believe. So we'll see you guys then. That's where we were wrapping our tour, and that is, of course, the home of this next Super Bowl. So we'll see which teams that we've been on our tour. I'm sure 2 of them will be there. We'll be back tomorrow or the day after. I don't know.